Picture this. Julius Caesar, one of history's most formidable leaders, was kidnapped by pirates when he was just 25 years old. In the years of his youth, Caesar found himself in the clutches of Aegean sea pirates. These weren't your average plunderers, but a notorious band known for their ruthlessness. However, Caesar, far from being terrified, treated his captors with an air of disdain that was both bewildering and audacious. He scoffed at their ransom demand, insisting they double it, for a man of his stature was worth far more. While he awaited his ransom, Caesar didn't cower in fear. Instead, he mingled with his captors, engaging them in intellectual debates, challenging them to physical contests, and even going as far as to demand silence when he needed to rest. He treated his kidnapping as if it were an unusual vacation, a behavior that dumbfounded the pirates. But what was even more astounding was Caesar's promise to his captors. He vowed that once he was free, he would hunt them down and crucify them for their audacity. The pirates laughed it off, seeing it as the empty bravado of a young aristocrat. Once the ransom was paid and Caesar was released, he didn't forget his words. He rallied a fleet, pursued the pirates, and true to his word, captured and crucified them. This act, while brutal, was a testament to Caesar's resolve. He was a man who was not to be trifled with, a man who stuck to his word no matter how daunting the task. This episode from Caesar's early life offers a glimpse into the personality of the man who would go on to change the course of history. His audacity, his intelligence, his strategic prowess, and his unfaltering resolve were already evident at this young age. These traits would later define his leadership and his approach to politics and warfare. This early encounter with pirates was just a glimpse into the audacious and strategic mind of the young Caesar. It was a precursor to the formidable leader he would become, the mastermind behind the Roman Empire. Julius Caesar was not just a politician, but also a military genius. With an astute understanding of strategy and tactics, he revolutionized military operations during his time and left a mark on warfare still studied today. His genius was grounded in three key principles: surprise, speed, and flexibility. Let's start with surprise. Caesar knew the value of catching an enemy off guard. His campaigns were often launched unexpectedly, leaving his foes scrambling. This tactic was evident in his conquest of Gaul, where he used the element of surprise to his advantage, catching the Gallic tribes unprepared and securing victory for Rome. Next, we have speed. Caesar was notorious for his rapid and swift movements on the battlefield. He understood the importance of time in warfare and often rushed to engage his enemies before they were fully prepared. The surprise attack on Britain serves as a testimony to his use of speed. He crossed the English Channel, a feat thought impossible, and launched a surprise attack on the Britons, conquering them with his swift military maneuvers. Finally, flexibility was a cornerstone of Caesar's military genius. He had an uncanny ability to adapt his strategies based on the situation at hand. Whether he was outnumbered or faced with difficult terrain, Caesar would quickly adjust his tactics to suit the circumstances. This was displayed during the Battle of Alesia, where, despite being outnumbered and surrounded, he managed to outmaneuver the enemy and secure a decisive victory. Caesar's military genius was not confined to the battlefield. He was also a master at winning the hearts and minds of his soldiers, inspiring loyalty through his leadership. He often led from the front, sharing the same hardships as his soldiers, and this endeared him to his men, fostering a strong bond that was instrumental in his victories. Caesar's innovative military strategies not only expanded the Roman Empire, but also left a lasting impact on military history. His legacy of surprise, speed, and flexibility continues to resonate in military strategies around the world, making him a true mastermind behind the Roman Empire. Julius Caesar's rule was marked by political reforms that transformed the Roman Republic. His innovative vision and decisive action reshaped an entire society, setting the stage for the Roman Empire. One of Caesar's most enduring legacies is the Julian calendar. Before his reforms, the Roman calendar was a hodgepodge of lunar and solar cycles, often manipulated by politicians for their own gain. Caesar, with the help of an Alexandrian astronomer, introduced a solar calendar with 12 months and 365 and a quarter days. This calendar, remarkably close to our own, brought order and predictability to the lives of ordinary Romans. Beyond the calendar, Caesar centralized the Roman bureaucracy, bringing various state functions under his direct control. He reformed tax collection, streamlined administration, and even personally supervised public works. While this centralization consolidated power, it also reduced corruption and increased efficiency. Ordinary Romans could go about their lives with less fear of arbitrary decisions from distant, unaccountable officials. Perhaps most radically, Caesar expanded Roman citizenship. Previously, this coveted status was limited to a small elite. Caesar extended it to many inhabitants of the provinces, breaking down social barriers and creating a broader, more inclusive Roman identity. This expansion of citizenship didn't just boost the number of Romans, it changed who could be a Roman, allowing for a more diverse and dynamic society. These political reforms were not without controversy. Many traditionalists saw them as a threat to the old order, but Caesar's vision was not to preserve the past, but to shape the future. And he did so with remarkable success. Caesar's political reforms laid the groundwork for the Roman Empire and continue to influence our world today. His calendar is still in use, albeit with some tweaks. His approach to centralized bureaucracy has echoes in many modern states, and his expansion of citizenship can be seen as a precursor to our own notions of equal rights and universal suffrage. So whether we know it or not, we are living in a world shaped by Julius Caesar. Behind the public figure, Julius Caesar led a fascinating personal life. Julius Caesar was a man of many facets, and his personal life was no exception. He was married 3 times, with each marriage serving a distinct purpose in his climb to power. His first wife, Cornelia, was the daughter of a powerful Roman statesman, and their marriage was a statement of political alliance. After her untimely death, Caesar married Pompeia, but their union was short-lived due to a scandal involving Pompeia and another man. His final marriage was to Calpurnia, a woman known for her loyalty and devotion. But perhaps the most intriguing relationship of Caesar's was not with any of his wives, but with the Egyptian queen Cleopatra. Their relationship was a blend of political alliance and personal affection. Together they had a son, Caesarion, whom Cleopatra claimed was the rightful heir to Caesar's throne. Despite his lofty status, Caesar had a deep affinity for the common people of Rome. He passed laws to alleviate their financial burdens and even went as far as hosting grand public feasts and spectacles for their entertainment. His popularity among the masses was a crucial factor in his rise to power. But this love from the people wasn't universal. His increasing power and disregard for the traditional Roman Republic's checks and balances led to resentment from the Senate. This culminated in his assassination, a brutal event that shook Rome to its core. The public reaction was a mixture of shock, grief, and in some cases relief. The death of Caesar marked the end of the Roman Republic and the birth of the Roman Empire, a testament to his profound impact on Rome's history. The personal life of Julius Caesar was as intriguing as his public life and continues to captivate historians today. Julius Caesar left an indelible mark on the Roman Empire and the world. One cannot discuss Caesar's legacy without addressing the monumental transition he set in motion. The shift from the Roman Republic to the Roman Empire. This change was not immediate, but Caesar's actions, particularly his appointment as dictator perpetuo, or dictator in perpetuity, paved the way for the rise of the emperors. His adopted heir Octavian, later known as Augustus, would become the first Roman emperor, shaping a new era of Roman history. Caesar's influence on military strategy is also noteworthy. His innovative tactics, such as the use of bridges and fortifications, proved to be decisive in his victories. These strategies, recorded in his commentaries, would be studied and replicated by future military leaders, shaping the face of warfare for centuries to come. Beyond the battlefield, Caesar's impact on political systems is profound. His centralization of power and expansion of citizenship rights reshaped the Roman political landscape. His reforms, while controversial, sought to address social inequality and provide opportunities for the less privileged. These actions, albeit driven by his own political ambitions, set a precedent for future rulers to use public works and social reform as tools for gaining popularity and consolidating power. And let's not forget the influence of Caesar on language. The name Caesar became synonymous with power, adopted by future Roman emperors and inspiring titles such as Kaiser in Germany and Tsar in Russia. Even the month of July, renamed in his honor, serves as a constant reminder of his enduring impact. But perhaps the most significant aspect of Caesar's legacy is the enduring fascination with his life and deeds. His story has been told and retold through countless works of literature, art, and film, making him a timeless figure in world history. The legacy of Julius Caesar lives on over 2 millennia after his death. Julius Caesar, a military genius, a political reformer, and a charismatic leader. This man's story, rich with intrigue, strategy, and ambition, is a testament to the indomitable power of human will and the shaping of civilizations. We've journeyed through his life, from his surprising origins to his dramatic end, uncovering the layers of complexity that made him the figure we recognize today. A military mastermind, his victories in Gaul and Britain expanded the reach of Rome, forever changing the course of European history. His tactical brilliance and daring strategies still echo in military academies, a reminder of a commander who led from the front. But his influence didn't stop at the battlefield. As a political innovator, Caesar implemented reforms that had far-reaching effects, shaping the Roman Empire and setting precedents for governance that are still relevant today. His keen understanding of power dynamics, his ability to win the populace, and his audacious political maneuvers reveal a leader who was as adroit in the Senate as he was on the battlefield. Yet, beneath the public figure was a man with a personal life marked by love, rivalry, and controversy. His relationships and choices added to the enigma that was Caesar, a man who defied conventions and dared to dream beyond the ordinary. And then there's his legacy, a testament to his enduring influence. From the calendar we use to the language we speak, the ripples of Caesar's life are felt in the fabric of our everyday existence. His life, his achievements, and his downfall have been immortalized in literature, art, and popular culture, ensuring that Julius Caesar, the mastermind behind the Roman Empire, remains a figure of intrigue and admiration. In essence, Caesar's life is a mirror reflecting the grandeur and the follies of human ambition. His story serves as a reminder that individuals, through their actions and ideas, can indeed shape the course of history. Julius Caesar, a mastermind behind the Roman Empire, continues to be a source of fascination and study for historians, scholars, and enthusiasts around the world. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life of Julius Caesar. We've explored his military prowess, his political acumen, and his personal life, delving into the complexities of this charismatic leader whose influence is still evident in our world today. From his innovative military tactics to his groundbreaking political reforms, from his controversial personal relationships to the enduring legacy he left behind, Julius Caesar's life is a fascinating study of ambition, strategy, and power. We hope you've enjoyed this deep dive into history and gained a new perspective on this iconic figure. If you're as intrigued by history as we are, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We have a wealth of fascinating stories to share, from the corners of ancient civilizations to the turning points of modern history. So stay tuned for more insightful and engaging content. And remember, history isn't just about the past, it's about understanding our present and shaping our future. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep questioning. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for more fascinating historical insights.